Right then everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Matic then, shall we? And a brief look at Bitcoin. So Matic here on the daily chart. This is on the tether pairing. Let's have a look at the sats, which is a little bit more interesting. So on the daily chart now, we've had a huge green candle today. Rejection from this level, but the thing that I'm most interested in now, I have to say, definitely the most interested in this right at this moment, is we've got ourselves a cross here of the green 50 exponential crossing the 200 exponential on the Satoshi value only. It's not anywhere close to that yet, even though it's looking, you know, pretty tasty on the tether pairing. That is an official golden cross. So we've got ourselves a golden cross. Okay, brilliant. We've got a golden cross on the daily chart on the Satoshi value. What does that mean? Well, basically, it should mean a giant green candle, which is technically what we've just had. So we've had this cross on this level here. Candle close was this level here. So we had a 23% rise since that golden cross took place. Part of that is definitely because Bitcoin decided to basically commit suicide here. But also, you know, at the same time, Matic has gained in value over this period. I mean, we fell down dramatically yesterday. We were bought right back up, and at the moment, like I say, that golden cross is holding up, which is pretty impressive stuff. We've also got a cross, conversion line cross over the baseline cross, for the Ichimoku cloud above the cloud, even though the cloud is red. So what does this actually mean? You know, where's it going to go from here? Right. Well, basically, Bitcoin is still going to be governing the general direction of the overall market. So we have to bear that in mind. Bitcoin looks like it wants to do the complete opposite of Matic, which is, you know, concerning for Matic as well. It does look as though it wants to and might actually have this this death cross form, perhaps within the next week, if we carry on at this around these levels. What we'd really need to do to avoid this death cross for Bitcoin is for it to gain in value up to and above area of 8,500, which is quite a big ask for it. But then if we zoom back in time, last time we were down at these levels, what did we do? We were having a death cross take place. That looked like it was going to take place over the next few days, and what happened was a $3,000 move, basically in a 24-hour period. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that something like that might happen. I'm finding it more and more unlikely, however, and I will make a video on Bitcoin. So if you're interested in that, just have a look at the video I'll be uploading on that one. But you know what this means for Matic is that yes, we do have a golden cross, and we do have it on the Sats value. It could basically be wiped out. What I'm hoping for now is that yes, this golden cross has taken place, and we should be maintaining our green above this 200 from now on, and that would be a very bullish sign. And a golden cross of this kind is always a bullish sign. So this is bullish, definitely bullish, despite this big bullish, green candle here. There should be continuation. What we're looking to do now, there's two things that need to really kick this off and make a huge difference to Matic, and I mean massive. It could be massive. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. If that we do get continuation of that move, and Matic has continuation of this move, Matic needs to stay above this level here, which is the 200 EMA of its own right, which is currently, it's more or less horizontal. It's not really anything other than horizontal, so we could safely say that we have to stay, just to be safe, we want to stay above this level here of 1.5 cent. If we can stay above there, we will get a golden cross before long. If we can stay above that level, our golden cross should be within a 10-day period, if we can stay above that value. Okay, it needs to stay above that value for the golden cross to happen. If it goes down beneath that level, it's not going to happen. If it stays above that level, it will happen. When the golden cross takes place on the tether pairing, that's when we'll really start to see some big moves from there. We will start to see 35% or more moves with Matic at that level. So let's just say that, you know, we are just at this level that we are right now. So this is the price that we are right now. 35% from here would take us up to 2.1 cent. Okay, so this is just all theory, okay, because the golden cross hasn't happened on the tether pairing. We don't know where the price will be when that happens. So we're estimating it to be around there. So that would peak above this big green wick that we had there, which was significantly rejected from. And if we can turn 2 cent into a support area, that's where we would like to maintain ourselves at that 2 cent. 2 cent was a historical support, and after the parabolic top, we bounced on that 2 cent level several times before we broke down significantly, effectively creating our actual bottom, our first time that we bottomed out, which is around that level. So if we can stay above 2 cent, then we have a stronger opportunity to make our way above this big red line here, which is the 2.7 cent, where we will literally launch from, and that's where I would expect to see Matic kind of maybe getting even close to doubling in its value. I would expect us to be making a new high only when we've broken above there and we turn that to a support. Basically where we are right now, and we've been like this for a while, this whole area here has been accumulation, much healthier than this previous one, which, if you remember, the last time that we had these big moves here, this was due to the Coinbase announcement. So Coinbase were considering listing Matic on their exchange, and that, you know, just that news in itself just created this. But when you look at this, when you look at it, it's actually really messy. It's very messy. We had this descending trend, which we were rejected from significantly the first time, and we weren't really being supported on anything of any relevance. We were up and down, up and down, up and down, making higher lows, and we actually did make some higher lows, but overall we made lower lows, but we made lower highs each time, and then we stayed beneath the trend, and then we bottomed right out again. Now this time what's happening is we burst out of this descending trend and we stayed above it, and the better way to look at it is that we actually bouncing on the green 50 exponential. That's where we are remaining on this green 50 exponential, which is in itself it's trending upwards ever so slightly, but it's trending upwards, which is good. It will be a little steeper now after this big green candle here. So, you know, what we've got is a support, a moving average support, which appears to be a strong support level for us, which is also trending upwards. And then when that breaks above this 200 exponential moving average, we'll have our golden cross, and things should really start to look up from there. So our first opportunity now is to sit back and wait over this next week to 10 days for that golden cross to form on the tether pairing, even though we do already have that golden cross on the Satoshi pairing. And this kind of move isn't really an accident. You know, that would be as a result of having a golden cross. That's definitely something that's been priced into that. A golden cross on the green 50 over the white 200 exponential is a textbook golden cross incident. Well, we've got one, but what we want is we want one on our tether, which is a lot closer to real money and real value. We'll get that, like I say, so long as we stay above, we'll call it 1.5 cent. So provided we stay across 1.5 cent, we've got that golden cross, we'll be making our way to 2 cent, will be our next target. And when 2 cent is taken out and turned to support, this is going to be the ultimate target, the 2.7 cent, and when that gets broken, we will be very close, if not very soon after that, making a brand new high. So this accumulation zone is even at this level that we are right now, you know, a pretty tasty level when we're talking about essentially almost. Yeah, well, we'll be tripling our value from this level here, and I would expect that to happen, provided Bitcoin doesn't completely crunch down but into new low territories. We should be making that by the new year. It could be sooner, like I say, because I would expect if we stayed above this level now, if we stayed above the 1.5 cent area, so long as we stayed above there, we will get a golden cross within a 2-week period, more like maybe within a 10-day period, and then we will start to launch. And like I say, we've got our first target. We'll draw it in now. First target of 2 cent needs to be taken out and turned to support. And you can see as we go back in time, you can see how we bounced on there several times. So it will prove to be a resistance, definitely, but it should also turn to support. Then we will be bouncing around these levels here, and once we break above there, we'll not go parabolic, but we will be looking to make essentially brand new realistic highs, because this was FOMO without question, absolute massive FOMO. The fact that it's all we're looking at here is little tiny streaky but very tall wicks. That's not real price action. It was overvalued massively at that level, and it basically broke it. But the candle body close was just under 3 cents, so the magic number of 2.7 cents is a realistic level to really see some big growth, and I would expect to see us double from that area, or close to double. So we're making our way up to 5 cents. So this is my theory, and this is my goal. This is what I would expect to see, provided, like I say, just bear this in mind, because again, I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. So long as we stay above 1.5 cents, we will form a golden cross, and all these triggers will essentially be pulled. We'll be rejected, we will be then broken, supported, we will be rejected, we will be supported. This may happen several times, and then when this finally does break with a candle body close on a daily chart above this level, we will launch, and that's when it will moon. And like I say, it's very difficult to give you an absolute, a time frame of this, because it does depend on several triggers. But the first trigger has been pulled, which is this golden cross. Second trigger will be this golden cross. Third trigger will be the 2 cent area turning to support. The fourth trigger, and biggest one of all, will be when this one gets broken and turned to support. These areas here, and even this big parabolic move here, will then start to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and as our price increases more and more and faster. So, I have been accumulating this now for months and months and months, and it's these sort of things that get me very excited, because, like I say, indicators are there for a reason. Indicators, they give you the edge. They don't tell you the gospel truth of what's actually going to happen. No one really knows, especially with an altcoin, when you're at the mercy of Bitcoin, and like I say, Bitcoin looks like it wants to do the complete opposite of what Matic looks like it wants to do. So you have to bear that in mind. But generally speaking, it looks like a very good setup for me at the moment for Matic, and actually quite promising. The only problem with all of this is the Bitcoin death cross which is happening. So as Matic is going golden, Bitcoin is going death. So that will play a fundamental role in the way this works out. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. I hope that was interesting for you. Don't get too excited until our golden cross on the tether pairing happens. And again, if we break down beneath 1.5 cent and lower, then all of what I've explained to you now, will be postponed until further notice. Anyway, have a nice weekend. Take it easy. Thank you for watching.